Hey guys, so we're back in another Japanese time capsule this week. This is the Mazda B2000. And if anybody's ever been in one of these trucks, they know that there's kind of a cult following for these things. So let's get started. So why am I reviewing an 87 B series pickup? Well, I'm going to challenge you and say that this is the pickup that everyone needs. This is the little truck that can do just about anything. The little truck that can. I got my first Mazda pickup when I was a sophomore in high school. This one right now that you're in currently, a B2000, this is number 4. I've had 4 of them. 2 B2200s, a B2600i 4x4, and this B2000 now. Now, I realize that's a bold statement to say this is the pickup that everyone needs, but I truly believe it, and here's why. So, I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. Who's seen the video, How to Kill a Toyota, right? Top Gear put that on. They took a little Toyota pickup, not a Mazda, but similar to this, just a small, bare-bones 4-cylinder truck, and they put that thing through hell, right? Well, that was a great video, and, you know, that's originally when I was in high school looking for my first vehicle. That's what I wanted, was a little Toyota truck. I work at Toyota. I grew up around Toyotas. I love them. If you haven't seen my Land Cruiser video, check it out. But this is what I came up with because at the time I had one part-time job and it was $250, so I couldn't really pass it up. Now that particular Mazda was a piece of junk. It was an automatic 4-cylinder, 2-wheel drive. So, I mean, a lot of guys like those, make them into little show cars, but I was not very happy with it. And that thing had the piss beat out of it when I bought it. And it just kept going. I couldn't kill the thing. And eventually, I got a different car and I sold it. And I never thought I'd say this, guys, but I really missed that pickup. I missed it. And so a few years later, I found one when I was in tech school, and I jumped on it, bought that, got back into it, got on the community, and they just kind of like, it's a cult. But what I mean by this truck is the truck for everyone is they're so simple. They're so simple that just about anybody can work on them with a little help. And the aftermarket, or not aftermarket, the community, the enthusiast community is so strong in these that you can just about find anything you need and for not a whole lot of money. And they're cheap, guys. These are cheap trucks. They're not expensive to buy used if you can find one that's not beat up. They're also, like I said, they're so simple that they're tough. And that's what I think the beauty of these trucks is. Find a new vehicle that you can tamper with. Okay, so case in point, the only flaw that these trucks had is they were plagued with emissions crap. I did emissions delete on my last one and put a Weber carburetor on it and got rid of all this junk, and I had this huge pile. But name a new vehicle you can do this on. I got done with it, made sure it ran right. The truck was running. I disconnected the computer and threw it in the garbage while the truck was running. Do that nowadays on your new F-150s or new whatever, anything that's from the present day, right? It wouldn't happen. So they're just a utilitarian truck, and so you can work with them. And I think that, you know, on the other kind of side of the spectrum from there, a lot of guys turn these into show trucks. Personally, that's not really my scene, but I can see where you would do it. I think this is a good-looking little truck. They have nice lines. They were designed, I think, a lot better than, like, say, the Nissans. I don't think look nearly as good as these did. And you can make them look really clean. And there's a ton of support to do so. Now, you can hear my clutch squeaking, which brings me to my next point, but it's annoying as hell. I got to figure that out. I think these things also just have a nice feel. And what I mean by that is, let's say I work at a Toyota dealership, and not very often, but the Toyota equivalent to these old 80s 4-banger trucks come in frequently, I guess, and I don't think they feel as good. The clutches don't feel as nice. The gearbox doesn't feel as... It's hard to find. I think these have a nice feel to them when you're driving. That being said, this is not a race car. I think if you got a car that wasn't built on Friday, maybe you got 80 horsepower. But I've always enjoyed driving them. I think that it's a very clean, you know, bare bones. It's only what you need. This one doesn't even have air conditioning. No air conditioning whatsoever, which right now as I'm shooting this video, I don't have the window down because then it'd get all loud in here and you couldn't understand me, but I tell you what, I'm dying right now. It's freaking hot. Minnesota, it's muggy. You know, I really just think we're kind of in an industry and a automotive world now where everyone's so obsessed with having their touch screens and their navigation and their whatever, their Bluetooth, that these things are so complicated that nobody can work on them anymore. I mean, I have days where I want to pull my hair out at work, and that's what I'm supposed to know how to do. So when I say this is the little truck that could, I really mean it. I mean, it can work for you. You can make them look nice. You're not going to get anywhere very fast. I know a few guys who have done turbo builds, but that's few and far between. But I think it's just like a little time capsule. Back when a pickup was supposed to be a pickup, it was supposed to be there to work for you, to get a job done and get you from point A to point B. The simplicity of these things is a beautiful thing. I can count on my fingers the amount of time I've had trouble with my Mazda pickups that I needed a substantial amount of money or knowledge to figure out. It's just they're that simple. So guys, thanks for tuning in today and riding with me in the B2000. Hopefully you stay tuned. I have a kind of exciting review coming up this week, and I promise it's faster than this one, and it's made in the good old USA. See you next time.